Hey guys, it's Colin with NextGen Roofing and Construction. This is going to be our first Q&A on YouTube.
Question number 1. How did you get into roofing?
So I got into roofing in 2018 when I had a decently sized landscaping company, and all my roofer friends were asking me for our client list because they would go talk to them whenever hail happened. And we started watching how a roof went on, and we were like, this is a lot easier than what work we're doing and not as difficult, a lot more liability, but it opened up the thought of, okay, maybe we should go talk to some of our clients and offer this as a trade that we could do, because we were getting into the point of being like a full exterior service already.
Did you always know you wanted to do roofing?
No, when I was a kid, I always had aspirations of owning a car dealership because that's my big thing. I love cars and things like that. The roofing came when I noticed that we could make a difference offering customers a better product, and us taking, I'm trying to think of the word here, taking the care on every project, because we came from such a low margin industry that we had to stand out from all of our competitors because there wasn't an ability to beat price because there was no margin in it. So we took that care and quality and put it into the contracting world where the margins are a little bit better, and the rest is history.
What makes NextGen different than others?
Well, we kind of led into that with the latter of that last question, but what I would say separates us, other than the competitive pricing, the bulk buying, owning our equipment, having a great team that I think is the best in the Central Texas area and in the other states we operate. I think I've got some of the best guys working for us. But what else separates us is we truly, when we are bidding your project, we're not looking at the margin we're going to make. We're looking at the end product we're going to give you guys. So we might not be the cheapest guy in the room, but we do have our meter beat guarantee. So that makes us different. But if you go with us without invoking the meter beat guarantee, I can tell you that we're going to put the most thought and care into your project. And with the certifications from all the manufacturers we deal with and all of our training, you're going to get the best product with us.
Awesome. Now these are some questions that homeowners actually want to know.
Okay.
What are the biggest signs your roof has damage?
So, largest signs or biggest signs of why your roof has damage or how it has damage. First off would be if you're looking from the ground and you can see shiny shingles, or if you have a metal roof, dents. Depending on the severity of the dents, you may have damage there. But going back to the shingles, if you're seeing shininess in a shingle, which is usually a matte surface, you're looking at the fiberglass, which is the last part of that shingle. So when you get to that point, the roof needs to be replaced because there's no repairing that. Other telltale signs are if you have gutters or if you have rock landscaping beds. If every time it rains and you have a lot of granular on your concrete or where your downspouts are or on your rock in your landscaping beds, that's the roof delaminating. So you're on the last leg there. And then of course everyone should know this, you might need a new roof if you're having leaks on the ceilings of your roof.
Does insurance always cover roofs?
No, and that is actually something that I would love to portray to everyone that is listening to this. When you need a new roof, it doesn't just mean that insurance is going to cover your roof. The reason why insurance is getting so difficult to get claims approved is because everyone just goes, oh, I need a new roof. I'm going to just put in an insurance claim and they're going to pay for it. You have to have storm damage to get a roof bought by insurance. It is not the obligation of the insurance company to buy your roof just because it's aged out. Sometimes the cards don't get dealt to you, luckily, where you might have to come out of pocket for a real estate transaction, or you just bought the house at the wrong time and a storm didn't hit it.
Does getting your roof replaced add value to your home?
Yes, so there's statistics on what value gets added to roofs. On a shingle roof, I would say when we install them with a manufacturer-backed warranty, it adds at least the value of what we charge for the roof. And the reason why I say that is because the manufacturer is backing the workmanship and the material for a seeable time. So depending on what warranty package we're giving that client, it would be anywhere from 10 to 25 years of workmanship and anywhere from 30 to 50 years of material warranty. So if that shingle, like we talked about earlier, started delaminating at year 15, there's a good chance that the manufacturer's going to come in there and replace that roof for free. Now, when you go to metal, this is the one that everyone asks us a lot. What's a metal roof add to our property value? The statistics we've seen is you get 70 cents of every dollar you spend on a metal roof back when you put it in before selling your house. Or if you're just installing it to make your house look better, you can expect to get 70 cents on your dollar back.
How long does a roof replacement take?
Depending on the size and how many crews you have out on the job, it can take 1 to 3 days. If you're talking apartment complexes and stuff like that, it usually starts at a few days and goes up to a few weeks. But any house that's under 10,000 square feet, we can usually do in 2 days. Sometimes we can even do it in one, as you guys have seen on our Instagram and stuff like that. We just did a 9,000 square foot one in 1 day. We had 2 crews out there because we were trying to beat the weather, and this customer had a lot of leaks. So that's why we did that. But average, if it's your stereotypical house, it's going to be 1 day. If it's a large estate, 1 to 2 days. And if it's a compound, let's say 2 to 3 days on shingles. Metal is going to be longer than that because it's more intricate.
Now I'm curious, what's the wildest thing you've seen while roofing?
The wildest thing that we've seen while roofing, I mean, we've had materials stolen off of job sites. We've had water lines and AC lines not installed the code, where we've hit them in a crevice that you couldn't see when you're inspecting the attic. It's another thing. If your roofer doesn't inspect your attic, you probably should second guess what they're doing, because that is one thing that's going to show a lot of what that contractor is. But the wildest thing would probably be hitting water lines, or just we peeled a roof off 2 years ago and the whole deck had black mold on the top side, not the underside, so we couldn't see it when we tore the roof off because we were in the attic. But I'm getting photos updated in company cam, and the whole roof had black mold on the top side. And it was luckily an insurance claim. Luckily they had mold coverage. So we got that all replaced, tore off all of it, took all of that to the landfill, and put brand new decking on for that customer.
Okay, last question. What's your biggest goal for the company moving forward?
The biggest goal every year is to take more market share. And the reason why I say that is the more roofs we're putting on, the more houses I can guarantee we're doing a good job for those customers. I know that kind of sounds a backwards way, but the more roofs that we can install through our badass team that I would say we have here is going to change how other contractors have to work if they're competing with us. So if we can take more market share, that drives our competitors to be better, which in essence means that every client that we talk to and every client we don't get to talk to gets a better roof in the long run. Hey guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to, listen to me ramble on about this Q&A. I'd love if you guys would subscribe, like, and share this with your friends, especially if they're looking to get a new roof in Texas, Colorado, or Nebraska. That's where we operate right now. And we will be doing more Q&As. And if you would like to see your question on here, put it in the comments and we will try to add it into the next video.